here, as we are playing Tales of the Shire, you will learn that we are in a town called Bywater. But you might be asking, where does Bywater come into with the rest of the Shire? Well, that's what we're here to talk about. As we can see here with our map here, you can see where the town of Bywater sits here by the water. But this is only a part of the Shire, so how does this really factor into everything? So, to understand where you are in the Shire, you need to see the Shire at large. And so we're going to I'm going to show you here, do a side-by-side comparison as to where we are in the Shire in regards to Tales of the Shire, and how that corresponds to how they designed the map itself, and how that relates to the overall map of it. So use this map on the left. This is an actual map of the Shire. You have the Great East Road that crosses the Brandywine Bridge and then continues on to what will be Bree. You have obviously Buckland right here with the Buckland Ferry down here. If you were to follow the East Road west, you go through Whiteboro, Frogmorton, and then there's the three Farthing Stone, and then there's Bywater. So we kind of zoom in here a little bit. And then we can kind of compare to the geography of the existing game. So we obviously know that this is the proximity of Bywater itself. This right here, this road going from east to west, is the Great East Road. So if you were to continue further east, you would, if you're going off of this map here, the next town you would encounter would be Frogmorton. And then obviously there should be a road eventually. If you notice here, see how you have the edging of this road? It looks like maybe that will expand later, and this kind of gives you an outline of where the Great Road here. Because obviously it looks like there is a blockage right here. Something's blocking the road. And then if you were to continue farther the other way, and we follow the same map, and the cutting off is probably about like right here of where it cuts off, or maybe even right here. That if you keep on going east the other way, you'll go to where it's called Waymeet, and if you continued on, you would go to Mikkel Delving, which a lot of you have seen in the game referenced. Mikkel Delving is actually the capital of the Shire, you know, like the main area where the Thane, the head of the Shire, is at. So if you kind of use this to kind of compare, so yeah, you have the three Farthing Stone right here in the game, the three Farthing Stones right here. If you notice, there's two trails. There's a trail right here that goes into the three Farthing Stone. Their road is south of the three Farthing Stone, while on the actual map, the three Farthing Stone is south of it. So it's kind of a little bit off, but see here you have the road that's heading east. Here's the road that's heading east. Now, when we go in and compare it to actual Bywater itself, one of the big things is, okay, well, the Bywater pool is represented right here. If you notice, there's those little island in the middle.
Smooth survival skills.
Whoop, yeah,
For a successful stint in the great outdoors,
I'm going to mute my music here. You notice that there seems to be a river going north, west, and east. If you notice here, north, west, and east. The little dot islands there, most likely are representing that kind of coalition of these two little islands right here. Now, if you notice, you know, there's always been mentions of Hobbiton. Hobbiton is where Bilbo Baggins, Frodo Baggins, and the Bagged Inns lives. And if you look on the map over here, Heading east along the river will take you to Hobbiton. If you follow east along this is the Great East Road is right here. But if you follow along, like on our other map, this little fork in the road, past Sandyman, if you notice that there seems to be a little outline of another road right here, that's the road on our map on the left that continues to get to Hobbiton. So maybe at some point, if they expand the map around this area on the map up here, they might reveal it to be Hobbiton, where then you can cross the river and all that stuff. And so what we want to do now is using this kind of outline of like the boundary of what the existing game is. Let's go ahead and go to these spots, and so that way we can see the physical visual comparisons. So, first stop is going to be the Great East Road. This is the Great East Road right here. Oh, sorry, it's actually up here. See this road right here that crosses over to Hobbiton, or over to Bywater. The split that you see in the road is, see where you have the split right here? That's the split right here. Right here. And so you can either continue into the town or you can continue along this edge of the road, which correlates to this edge of the road. So while in the map they show buildings here, this most likely is a combined version of like these two roads right here. These two routes right here. So if we were to follow east, the Great East Road, so to pass us by Orlo's, and if we keep on going, it's going to take us to a dead end. And this is where, if you were to continue east, this is new, if you were to continue east, following this road all the way, this is actually probably further than where maybe we would encounter Hobbiton, I'm thinking. Keep on going. We have this blockage right here, which if they ever expand, this road will continue on, so you can kind of see back there, continue on towards, if you look on the map here, all the way to Weymouth. Now, if we were to cross back over, back towards Bywater, now this kind of gives us an idea, like see this field that like here? That kind of correlates to all this area around here. Whereas the word road is most likely like all this here that you're seeing. So it does, they do kind of correlate it, for the most part, to the geography of the existing known map. And these are obviously little side trails that you can access. Oh, actually I can get these. I never knew I can get these as well. I guess good to know. And so, if we continue back toward Sandylands, which I think it's over here, this way. Oops. If you notice, oh, dead end. Oh man, dead end. So I thought there was a road right here. There is. Hey, look. Here's the road on the map. If you continue the road west, it'll take you directly to Hobbiton. So if they ever open this area up, which I don't see why they wouldn't, they would expand the game. Literally, I'm thinking if you're looking across the way there, either what we're looking over there is this area right here, a little open area, or we might be, and then around the corner, somewhere around the corner, is where we would see Hobbiton. We'll see stuff on this side of the stream, and then a bridge, and across the way is the hill. and then Bag End is up here. Which, if they expand, either that area we're looking at right there would become Bag End, or the hill, or it's farther down the road around the corner. So that takes us here. We've already been. So let's go ahead and take a look at the water here. These are those little islands that are kind of depicted as one single island on the map. Ooh, I'm going to freeze up a little bit. But then if we continue back through Bywater, and again, it looks like these two little parallel roads are kind of, and then they merge kind of back over here. On the map is like all depicted as a single road. But if we continue east along the Great East Road, the bridge itself is not, this bridge itself, or even the river, it's laggy, my bad guys, is not, it's kind of buggy, not depicted on the map, on the left map. But if you keep on following here, it's going to take you to the 3 Farthing Road. This is basically the junction right here. Oops, pull it back. The 3 Farthing Road, or a stone, depicts the junction between the south, east, and west Farthing. And then West Farthing connects up to the East Farthing right here. Or the North Farthing right here. Well, that's where this junction is to 3. And you'll find that obviously through the storyline to kind of discover it. This actually, in reality, the stone here is actually an old Honorian, Gondorian stone from when the Norian kingdom ruled this area. Now, if we go back to the main Great East Road, which is this right here, if we keep on following it, oops, sorry guys, it's getting really glitchy. This log right here blocks the rest of the Great East Road, which is right here. So if you were to continue down that road, presumably at some point you would have a road that heads north, which is to the left across the river, and then continuing on to Frogmorton, White Friars, the Brandywine Bridge, and you continue it all the way to Bree. And then you got Buckland, Stock. There's the Buckleberry Ferry. The Marish is actually where Frodo and Sam meet up with Pippin and Merry, when they were stealing stuff from Farmer Maggot's crops. So then obviously Tuckborough, Green Hill Country, and all that stuff. So I want to kind of give you guys an opportunity to kind of see where the game itself correlates to the greater part of the Shire. So if you have any questions, obviously, please feel free to let me know. If there's anything else you'd like to see, any other questions, any other tutorials, how-tos, or anything like that, feel free to let me know in the comments. Otherwise, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next time.